Hello everybody, this is Jess Aniak here. First I can say, thank you for watching and welcome aboard. Now this video here, I'm going to continue my most popular moves from the King's Pawn. And this one I'm going to do the French defense. Now like I said in my other videos, these are only the most popular moves. So, it does not mean these are the best moves. There are probably some inaccuracies, mistakes, maybe even some blunders. But, this is, like I said, the most popular moves. Not necessarily the best moves. I'm only going to show you the openings for the popular moves, though. If I show you every aspect, every move, we'll probably be here till Christmas of next year. So, we don't have that time. So, let's begin here. And, you go by the E4 pawn, the King's Pawn. Very popular because it opens up the Queen and the Bishop. Now, Black has a little bit of a different response here. They moved the E pawn, their King's Pawn, but instead of moving it 2 spaces, they only move it 1. Basically the same reason here, but a little bit of tension here. Now, White moves on here. See, now you see what's going on here. Or you can just move your pawn here. Now sometimes they'll move their pawn here to really development here. That's a good move. Sometimes they'll actually take this, you'll take here. That's another thing they'll do. But the popular move is actually move your knight. So you actually, you're letting them take this pawn, but then your knight will take. But here you pin it to the king. But then you advance this pawn. A little bit of I'm not sure what the word is. Like, actually, you're actually protecting the bishop because you're giving like an escape route in case you move your pawn here. So if he takes, you'll just take back. But here, you attack the bishop. You can go back here or then move here. What you're telling me, one thing you don't really like to do is move the same piece so many times in the opening. You lose tempo that way. And you can give your opponent a better position. So the best thing to do, might as well just take. And you take here. Now you're right here. Now you move your queen here. A little early to move the queen, but then again, I'm not a master or a grandmaster, let alone a grandmaster, so I'm just somebody who's learning. Which is a very interesting move, by the way. Castle king side. What I probably would have done was move my pawn here to attack the queen. But you had a castle though. See, the idea is to move your queen here, then you go here for mate. Or move your bishop here. And that can cause a little bit of a problem here. And you can't take, wouldn't be able to take because of checking the queen. Here. And now you're have a mate threat. I guess that's why you move your queen there. So you move your knight here to block it. Now what I would do eventually is, if I was black, move my pawn here to attack this bishop here. Why nobody's doing that, but I would do it to get rid of the mate threat. Because technically the knight is still pinned. Because if you move the knight, it's mate. And that's what now that's basically what black does. You're attacking the bishop here. You get rid of the checkmate threat. Again, you take the knight. You're still in trouble here. And you gotta take with the pawn here. You gotta take that bishop. Or its mate. So you move him out of the way. Move your queen. I'm sure white has a much better position here than black. You're attacking the queen. Get the queen out of the way. Attacking the knight. Again, attacking the knight. Move the knight out of the way. That was protecting the knight, not attacking, by the way. But now you move your bishop. And this is the final position here I'm going to show you. Then through the databases, it shows like maybe like 2 or 3 games after that. It's just scattered. But this is pretty much what if you go to popular moves, you'll end up in this position here. And see what you can play from here. Like I said, these are the popular moves, not necessarily the best moves. And if your opponent does make a move that's not on here, you can just adjust accordingly. But I showed you the French defense from both the white and black's perspective here. Next, I'm going to move on to the queen's pawn. Unless there's an opening I forgot to mention, or any opening here, position. If there is, you'd like to let me cover, put that in the comments. So next time I'll give you from the queen's pawn. And this is Chessaniac saying, thank you for watching and see you next time.